Alright, in this video we're going to look at how to make a weather component that either can be made using a image or a SVG, a vector. Well, this is going to be the quickest way for you doing it on your own, but there is one way that's a lot quicker too, and it's looking at what people have to share on the KLWP G Plus community. Two folks right here, Kelly Kretchik. Sorry if I didn't pronounce your last name correctly, man, but as you can see here, these things are absolutely beautiful. They look good on any device. And hit him up. He has quite a few. Salo Wall, another one. This is my buddy over in Brazil. He has some paid components on the Play Store, and he makes some really nice work too. So, hit them up. Go have a look on the Play Store. There are tons of others on the Play Store. This is just 2 out of, I don't know, probably 100. But really nice work. This is the talent I don't have. I cannot make nice icons and pictures, but I can work the brains behind everything. So, it's a good duo when you can work with people like Kelly or Salo and provide, the nice looking stuff, and then let me show you how to set it up. Now, the directions that I'm going to be covering here are going to be over at Frank's website, Kustom, help.kustom.rocks, and you can get where do we have it? You can get either the image one or the SVG one, the vector version. But if we just go to this link right here, this XDA thread, if we scroll down a little bit on this thread, we can download the 2 components. The weather icon image, this is for PNGs. Let me scroll back down again. I knew that was going to happen. This is for the PNGs. This is for the vectors. And once you download those, you'll get 2 zip files. I'm going to do one with the permission of Salo Wall. I'm going to use some of his images to show you how to make one. And you can follow the directions back at the website, but maybe you might have a few questions if you're not familiar with JSON files or renaming stuff. Let me show you how that's done. Now, I'm not going to be able to share this tutorial with you on the Play Store on my KLWP Toots because these images are not mine. And if you like the images, Salo Wall has plenty more. I'm using some of his, and you'll see why in a second. So weather icon image, I'm going to double click on that. It unzips the file, and what you have inside of this file that gets unzipped is you have some bitmaps. Clear day PNG. Now it's not showing these over here. I don't know why, but it should. But nonetheless, these are the ones that we want to rename, and that's what's going to. If you follow the directions over at the website at Help Kustom Rocks, it mentions this. If you want the easiest way to do it using your own images, what you want to do is you want to rename the pictures to be these exact names right here. And we're going to do that right here in a second. Something else we want to do too, we want to change this right here to be some random, well, put your picture that you want to see inside of Kustom. This is what will show up there. And then we're going to come back in a minute and edit this JSON file to put our stuff in it, our name or what have you. So how do we do this? I'm going to use some of Salo Wall's images, and right now these are weird files, Unix executable files. But the reason why I'm picking Salo's here is because I can see the name at least. So I know this is like going to be showers at night. I can quickly rename these. And remember, we want these things to match what we have right here. So I'm going to take these real quick, and I'm just going to copy. And I'm just going to paste them right here on my desktop folder. That way I can just quickly look at the names of them, and let's get to renaming. So this is showers night, and if we look through the names here, there's the showers night. So I want to rename this file showers night with a hyphen. Name it the exact same way, and it's going to prevent you from having to do less stuff in the JSON file. And I'm going to do .png, and I want to add that. So now we can see the showers night.png. What is this one right here? Hail day. So if we look, notice we have a hail day. So I'm going to rename this hail day. Now some of these that Salo has, obviously they don't have the names there. I'm only picking this one because I can easily see the name of it, and that way I know what to name it. All right, and I'm just going to fast forward through this, but you're going to see that I'm going to go through here and rename all of these files to match what was in that component that we got from Frank. Frank Monza, the developer of KLWP. So fast forwarding through this right now. Alright, so I may have messed up somewhere in here. Let me just double check and make sure I didn't. Clear day, clear night. I'm checking my name, making sure it matches these files over here. Obviously skipping the weather stuff and the images, and I'm making sure that I have the right picture pick, because you may have noticed through the fast forwarded part I had one of them misnamed, and plus I can't type well today. But and what you're probably noticing is that I skipped. There is no light snow. And I'm going to show you something right here in a second as well. Alright, so over here we have a light snow PNG and then a light snow day and night PNG. So what we're going to have to do, let me show you this over at, this is also at the help.kustom.rocks. The particular weather forecast info, you can look at different functions over at the website to learn, because this used to be all built into KLWP, but I think Frank removed some of it, but you can still get it from here nonetheless. Notice these are what we're talking about here, the icons. Now you could make one to match all of these here for codes as well if you wanted to, but the one that I'm showing you here, the one that you can get from Frank from the XDA thread, just uses these right here. So unknown, tornado, T-storm, T-shower, shower, rain, sleet, and then there's our L snow. So what I'm going to do, since I don't have an L snow and since sometimes our code may be light snow, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in here. Was there a light snow day and a light snow night? These are the ones that we got from the component from Frank. So I'm going to go into these images here, and I'm just going to go ahead and do, I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to duplicate the snow night as well. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to call this L snow day. Because really, if it's light snow or snow, I mean, what the heck, it's snowing, right? And then I'm going to call this one L snow night. And now everything should be, we should have what? 1, 2, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Let's see if we got 25 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24, 25. Okay, I think everything's right. If you notice an error, we'll run into it maybe, but maybe you can catch it and leave a comment below. But I think I have everything set up right. So what do we want to do with these things? We want to take these right here. I'm going to copy. So copy. I'm going to go back into the thing that we extract, or the thing we unzipped earlier. Remember this thing that had the bitmaps in it? Now these right here, let's just open one up for example, hellnight.png. Okay, it's not even opening it on my computer, for crying out loud. But nonetheless, none of these are opening because I don't know why they're not opening, to be quite honest with you. But I'm just going to paste, and it's going to ask me to override, and I want to apply this to all of them. So I'm going to replace, let it do its thing, and now we should have, okay, look, I see a mistake I made. I'm about to fix it. But notice now we have these pictures that I created back here from images. I have them inside of this bitmaps folder. And the one that I messed up on was this one right here. This is the one that's all jacked up. Notice I didn't spell unknown correctly. So I'm just going to move that thing to trash. I don't need it. And I just need to rename this to unknown. I didn't put my N in there. But now we have all of Salo's pictures inside of this bitmaps thing that we unzipped from that weather icon component that we downloaded from the XDA thread. Now the next thing we want to do is edit this picture here, unless you want to keep it the same. This is what's going to show up in KLWP. I'm just going to take one of these. Let me see, what size is that? 1024 by 1024. What are these? 600 by 600. Okay, I'm just going to take, let's do the tornado. Why not? So I'm going to copy this because I don't want to move. I mean, I still want to keep the tornado in there, and I'm going to paste it right here. And I need to call this thing component underscore thumb.jpg. So let me remove this one, and I'm going to call it component underscore thumb, and I'm going to do .jpg. And I'm going to use JPEG. So now this is what should show up in KLWP when we go pick that component. Now, by us doing this, what we will not have to do is change a lot of the coding inside of this thing. And let me show you what I mean. Alright, so this thing looks crazy. What we do want to change here is the title. So I'm going to call it Salo Sample Weather. We're going to see where this stuff pops up at. And we can give it a description. So the description goes here. I mean, you can put whatever you want to put there. And I'm going to say Salo Wall and Craft Math. Salo's my buddy, so he's cool with me doing this. Again, I can't share this with you all on KLWP too, so sorry. But something else too, notice these things, fogday.png, fognight.png, hellday, hellnight, blah, 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 blah. All those pictures from Salo that we renamed inside of here, but then we copied them over into this bitmaps folder, they're going to match that stuff in that JSON file. Now here's what you want to do. Let's highlight all three of these items. Don't do the folder. Highlight the three items inside of that folder that we unzipped, and what we want to do is we want to compress this. So there's the compressed file right there. I'm going to rename this, and I'm going to rename it to a .comp. So I'm going to go to get info, and I'm going to call this Salo Wall Craft Math.comp. Okay, and it's going to probably give me some type of thing. I'm going to say use comp. And what we want to do is we want to take this file here, which is the compressed of all of this stuff, and we want to put this in our component folder in KLWP. Alright, so here's that comp, Salo Wall Craft Math.comp. I want to, however you get it over to your device. By the way, I know this is in the middle of a toot, but I'm trying Visor out because I've been experimenting with it and I can actually type better on this than I can on Samsung SideSync, but again, I'll talk more about that later. So you'll notice my emulator is a little bit different and it's rather clear. I need to move this file over to, we said, the components folder. So we're going to go and find that in Kustom and components, and I'm going to move it right here. So now it's in there. Alright, and now let's see if it's going to load. And let me make this full screen. Sorry for the delay. Let me see. What's that going to do? Alright, we're in full screen now. Alright, so in KLWP, I'm going to go to plus. I'm going to add a component. And let's see if it's in there. Boom. Remember that name we gave it, Salo Wall Craft Math? Remember how I put the tornado there? That's where I was talking about that component underscore thumb dot JPEG, I think it was. So let's load it up and let's see if it's going to display correctly. It is rather small. Now let me show you some things that you may have to do inside of your, weather icon image. I don't know if you noticed that in the JSON file, but you can actually change the name of that. That was something up there close to the top of that JSON file. If you want to leave it alone, that's fine. It's no big deal. You can just rename it here and export it too, by the way. Alright, let's go into this component real quick. Let's go ahead and unlock it. And now that we've unlocked it, let's go over to globals. You can view the globals anyway, but I'm just going to go over here and have a peep at them. Okay, size, let's adjust the size. So the size is changing. How about rotate? Notice rotate's not working. And what you notice too is all those images are actually linked here into the globals. So what we've done is we've taken a shortcut by doing all this work on the computer. You could definitely do all this same thing right inside of Kustom and pick the files directly from your device. But we got to fix this rotate. I mean, you may want to rotate that icon, but everything else should be good. Let me just test some other things out real quick. Are we changing there? Let me make the size a little bit bigger so I can see it. Partly cloudy in 4 days. That sounds about right. What's tomorrow's forecast? Thunder showers day. So notice everything, all this stuff here, this is what comes with that component that you downloaded from the XDA thread that was supplied to us by Frank. So everything there appears to be working good with the exception of, how about the opacity? Yeah, so we can make it clearer or transparent or not. But rotate, we got to fix that. Well, since we've unlocked the component, I'm going to go to image. I'm going to come down here to rotate, and I'm going to set this rotate to manual, and I bet it's going to work now. Notice the rotate angle is linked to a global, and it just flipped upside down on me, which is fine. I can go back to my component, go over to globals, and now we should be able to rotate this thing. Boom. Perfect. Love it. So let's save this. Let's go back to the home screen, and there we go. We did all of this on the computer. We renamed the files to match exactly the same file name, which prevents you from having to do a lot of that editing stuff inside of the JSON file, where we just simply change the name of the author and all that stuff that I showed you. But yeah, there you have it. Again, this one I cannot share, but check out Salo Wall's stuff. Check out Kelly Kretchik's. Again, I'm sorry if I did not pronounce that correctly. And there's tons of other weather components on the App Store, the Play Store, as well as in the KLWP G Plus community. And that's it for this video. I hope it helped.